Hi, my name is Greg Lau, and I am the store manager at Barnes & Noble Bookstores in Plainfield, Indiana. And I do a lot of hiring and interviewing for the positions in our store. And some of the things that I look for that are most critical would be misspelling. I look for things that are targeted for the job specifically, as in what is your recommended job frame or type. In regard to that, I'm looking specifically. Don't ask for an astronaut if you're looking for a bookseller. In addition to that, I'm always looking for those people that have unlimited availability or availability that fits for our location in our store. Obviously, in addition to that, it's critical that you are as specific as you can without being superfluous, because we don't have a lot of time, and a lot of times we are just grabbing for things that are quick and easy and categorizing those things for items or for individuals that would fit well with our store.
Hi guys, my name's Scott Kasmer. I'm currently the lead staffer for the Indiana Air and Army National Guard. I do all the hiring, however I don't do the interviewing. So when it comes to resumes, what we look for first is actual time in the position. So we like to see what your duty title was or is, along with dates. We don't need specific day, but we do look for month and year, both ending and starting. Because if you just put a year on there, I can't tell whether you've worked 12 months in that job or not, so I can't give you 12 months. So month and year are very important, at least as our jobs go. As far as resumes go, what we're looking for, it depends on the level of the job. If it's an entry-level position, we try to find as much in there that we can to send to the selecting officials, because our job is to find as many people as we can and let the supervisors actually make the decisions. On the higher level management supervisory ones, those were a little bit more scrutinized on before we send them off to the selecting official. Some things that we look for that are, say, a red flag. One, again, no month, just the year started and year ended or whatever. The second thing that we look at is what did they write on their duty titles? Like what were their duties and responsibilities for the job they worked? And if I see that they copied my advertisement and put it in there, which I see all the time, immediate red flag, we don't even consider it. Now, on the flip side of that is that if you copy your position description of the job you are actually working, that's fine, because that's what you're supposed to be doing and that gives the experience. But you can't copy your position description and put it in for a higher level that you work, because you're basically lying on your application. I don't like 15-page resumes. To be honest with you, when I see a 15-page resumes, I just kind of scroll until my eyes glass over, and then usually we won't really accept that person. Now, also on the other side of that is if you give me a bunch of job titles that you've done, but you only list one or two things underneath of it, another red flag, just because I can't equate the experience needed for whatever the position calls for. So what we do like to see is, or what I look for anyways, is one, position title. What was your job title? Time frame, years and month and years. And then the third thing is I want bullet statements and any job that will pertain to what you're applying for. I've had too many jobs for, say, mechanics where they tell me they're a valet or they are a pizza delivery person. It's got nothing to do with what you're trying to apply for, so don't put any of that on there. Just put your relevant experience onto whatever job you're applying for. So that's what we're looking for, at least on the government side.
Hello, my name is Aaron Martin. I am the Director of Education at the Aviation Institute of Maintenance here in Indianapolis. Basically what we do is we are an A&P school, so we train aircraft mechanics. As the education director, I'm responsible for hiring instructors for our school. So what I'm mainly looking for in a resume, the first thing is we have a hard experience requirement because we're government regulated. We have to have a certain experience for our instructors. So meeting that basic qualification is the first thing I look for. In a resume, the next thing I'm usually looking for is depth of experience. So jobs that are relevant to the industry. On a resume, I don't need to see every place that a person has ever worked, but I do need to see the ones that most relate to the job that we're going to be doing. So I get a lot of people who apply with a lot of technical experience and background in the aviation field, but if somebody had something that was education specific, that would be even better, and I would want to see that at the top. Beyond that, red flags for me on resumes would be if somebody has a lot of different places of employment for very short periods of time. If I can see on a resume that somebody is hopping around from jobs and doesn't keep a job for very long, that's something that I pay attention to because that is somebody who's potentially going to come and work for me and then leave again.